Welcome to my game room. This is Kingdom Heights. As you can see over here, we've got a good collection of some Dreamcast, Sega CD, Xbox. Not a whole lot of Xbox, I'm working on that. And some 3DO. Some of my Dreamcast. And we've got a big row of GameCube games here. All the Legend of Zeldas, the Sonic collections, all the Resident Evils. And then here is Sega Saturn games. Here is the long list of Dreamcast games. I plan to put them in alphabetical order pretty soon. I've got some of the Beats of Rage, Crysis Evil 2, which is actually pretty good. Here's some of my Transformers. Some of my neat books I got for Christmas one year. Star Wars, Rocky, and the Wizard poster, ladies and gentlemen. What game room is not complete without it? What game rooms is complete without it? There's Edward. Here's all my Blu-rays. I've been collecting those for a while now. They're just so doggone expensive, and I hate having to rebuy them after I've already got the DVDs. Here's my PS3 games. Just got Street Fighter 4 not that long ago. Xbox 360, my Wii, and my PlayStation 2 games is kind of weak, but I'm working on that. And here is the next gen setup, current gen setup. Made some covers for them. There's my Wii with the light baby blue cover. Here is the PS3. You can't tell by the footage, but it's almost a leathery black material. And the lime green for the 360 and the HD DVD add-on. I can't sew, so my mother made those. Here's my 42-inch HD TV. My drawer just full of random controllers that I use currently. Ones I don't use are in storage. And here's my Neo Geo AES controllers. Put that back into place. And down here, try to keep everything organized. 360 and PS3 controllers. Some Rock Band stuff. Here I've got my pride and joy, my Neo Geo AES. Wanted one of these for a long time. Finally broke down and got one. There's some of my MVS games I've got back there, and some AES games, like 2 AES games. My Wii and GameCube paraphernalia. Got Mr. Prime here. Let me shut this door. Here is the my cabinet that I keep a lot of my stuff in to keep dust away. It's not all of it, but it's majority of it. Let's see what's in here. As you can see, I try to keep all my games in plastic bins just to keep dust away and helps with storage. Here's my Game Boy in the box. I got it for $5 at a yard sale. My 32X, which I still don't have the cables for. Super Nintendo, I've got the first gen in storage. The Yobo, I've got my original Nintendo in storage. I think I'll be pulling that out soon. My TurboGrafx 16. And what goes with a TurboGrafx 16, may you ask? Only the best game to ever come out on it, Splatterhouse. And I give that a thumbs up. Here's some of my Genesis games in boxes, some of my 64 games in box. TurboGrafx 16. Some box Jaguar games. My PS1 with the LCD screen. my Jaguar, my 3DO, and my Sega Master System. A lot of these consoles that I've cleaned up with the Mr. Clean Magic Eraser, man. Those things work incredible. They actually work wonders on your carts also. There's my PS1 arcade stick and my Dreamcast arcade stick. Here's a little gaming setup that I put together. It's got the Bose 321, I think it's a 321 surround sound, and it really sounds good for like 64, Dreamcast, Sega Saturn. As you can see in here, those are the ones I've got set up, and my Genesis with the Sega CD, and my modded Xbox. Got a bunch of emulators on there, and it's kind of why I don't pull out my regular Nintendo, just for the fact I just play them on there. Some movie posters, and that's me playing guitar. My dad actually drew that from one of my bands. There's my son is Mario, and my nephew is Toad. Some of my action figures, some of my Mario characters. Whole view of it. Now I've opened up the containers. Here's some of my games. For regular Nintendo, I think I'm up to 67 on there. Some Game Boy, Super Game Boy, Game Gear, and Game Boy Advance games. Here's some Super Famicom games I picked up in New Jersey. Went over to the... If you've ever been to the website Digit Press, they've actually got a store in Clifton, New Jersey. Great store. Picked up all these and the adapter, I think, for, I don't even remember how much. It was dirt cheap. Mega Man or Rockman. And you gotta have this little thing right here to play them. It's so cheap, but it works. Here's some of my handhelds. My Neo Geo Pocket. I need to get a battery cover for. SP. My Micro. Game Gear. Screen's going out on that one. And my Nomad. I got that from a good friend of mine for like $12, I think. Game Boy Advance. Here's some of my Super Nintendo games. Some Genesis games, 32X games. Some leftover Nintendo games. My Master System games. Some Jaguar games. I picked up all these games from a guy that came into GameStop and tried to trade in a Jaguar and a bunch of games, and I happened to be in there at the moment, and I offered him $20 for the whole lot, and he took it. I guess he was pretty desperate to get rid of it. It's always about being in the right place at the right time. My 64 collection. This currently is the largest collection I have. I think I'm at 96 Nintendo 64 games. It's one of the easiest collections to try to keep up with and try to get in whole. And Sin and Punishment, one of my favorite games. And thanks for visiting, guys.